Hey guys, welcome back. So for today's video, I have my August favorites, products that I've been loving for the month of August. I actually, surprisingly, don't have any misses. I feel like I haven't really been trying out a lot of makeup, which is another reason why I also didn't do a July favorites, because I've been reorganizing, decluttering, and just going through things, and I finally have my makeup organized, so I can finally like see the light and see products that I really love. Whereas before, all of my stuff was just all over my floor in bags, and I couldn't really, play with it properly. So now I have all my stuff organized and it's just going to be a lot better. So I think I'm going to have more products for other months to come, but for now I have a few things, but a few things that are amazing that I really love. I also have some random things, jewelry, apps, and a show, which if you've been watching my vlog channel, you already know what the show is, but I had to share it with you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to grab a snack as always, and let's jump into it. So let's start off with foundations, because I love foundations. I feel like I'm kind of a little bit of a foundation hoarder. Foundation is probably my favorite thing when it comes to makeup, because I love the transformation that it gives any look, the way that your skin looks when you apply it. I mean, I love foundation. So this is the Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation. This is light to medium coverage, and surprisingly, I love it for that reason. I think it's because maybe it's summer, and I really don't love to wear, honestly, a lot of makeup in the summer period, just because it's so ridiculously hot and humid here in Pennsylvania. And so I think that's why I love this foundation so much, because it really is a light to medium coverage. It's buildable if you need a little bit more, and it looks so beautiful on the skin. Like right now I'm wearing it and I love the way my makeup looks. Like I feel like it looks a little bit dewy, a little bit fresh, but it's really pretty, and I like the coverage. I like everything. I like the wearability. This foundation lasts the entire day. And personally, I like the way the foundation looks after you apply it for a few hours versus when you first apply it. I mean, it still looks beautiful, but it looks even better after it sits in your skin for a few hours. So I have this one in number 6. This is like my tan shade. I'm not super dark right now, but I'm also not super fair, so this one matches me perfectly. And I also wasn't a huge fan of like the squeezy packaging, but I'm used to it now and I actually don't mind it. A little bit of this also does go a long way. Like you don't need a lot to cover your entire face, which I really love, because I got this, I think, I don't remember exactly when, but it was a little while ago. I think it was like the beginning of July, and I'm still using it, still going strong, still loving it. The next foundation that I've been loving is the one that I've kind of been alternating with that one and then this one. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick. This foundation is just, it's just perfection. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this foundation over here from Benefit, I would say, is pretty like a natural dewy finish. I mean, it's not totally matte and it's not totally dewy, but it's kind of just like right in the middle. Like it makes your skin just look, I feel like, really healthy. Kind of like the same finish as like the It Cosmetics CC cream, if you guys are familiar with that. So if you do have oily skin, you could use this with a super mattifying primer, and if you have dry skin, you could use it with a hydrating primer. I feel like you can make a lot of foundations work depending on your primers. Alright, moving back to the L'Oreal foundation. So this foundation is for sure a foundation that you need a primer with, like some sort of primer that's going to help it stick, because if not, it's going to slide all over the place and it's not going to stay all day. And regardless, it still looks really beautiful, but obviously when you're doing your makeup, you want to make it last. So I really like this foundation with the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas Primer, or the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Primer, because it really just adheres to everything, and it looks really good, and it lasts a really long time that way. So I have two shades. I actually use the shade Cocoa 410 today to cream contour, and I love it. This is such a creamy formula. Like literally it just blends and melts instantly into the skin, whether you're using a brush or like a sponge or beauty blender. I'm just obsessed with it. I really don't have anything bad to say. The shade that I love on my skin, like if I'm just using the foundation all over, is Tan 408. This, literally, when I put it on, it doesn't even look like I'm wearing foundation. That's how perfect the color is for me. I love it. I think the coverage on this foundation is pretty damn good. I would say it's like a natural medium coverage. When you build it up, you can, cover up anything else that you need to, but it still looks really natural. I think it's perfect for summer, or even just like humid, hot climate weather, because it's not gonna feel like you have a lot of foundation on, which I really love. So yeah, I've been pretty much just wearing these two non-stop, and I can't stop using them. For concealer, surprise, surprise, I love the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is pretty much replaced my Tarte Shape Tape, which I still love my Tarte Shape Tape, but I feel like this is like that, like coverage-wise, but it's more hydrating. So if you suffer from severely dry under eyes and you hated the Tarte Shape Tape, because I know there's some people that don't like it, I think you would really like this one, because you can be heavy-handed with this. You can use a lot. you really don't need to, but if you do use a lot of makeup underneath your eyes, this will cover everything up, but it feels really, really hydrating. So it's not going to crease excessively or anything like that. I mean, I still get creases underneath my eyes because my under eye area is not perfect, but it's just really, really a hydrating formula, and I love it. I mean, do we see how big this thing is? It literally looks like a foundation. You could honestly spot conceal with this all over your face and use this as a foundation. I've done that before too, and it looks really good, and it kind of just gives your skin like a dewy finish. It's really, really pretty. Underneath your eyes, it's not going to look like wet and super dewy, but it is a hydrating formula, so I feel like you do need to set. No matter how dry your under eye area is, you always want to set. But yeah, I love this one, and I have this one currently in the shade Warm Beige. Okay, for blushes, I've been loving these from L'Oreal. These are the Paradise Peach blushes. I actually heard about these through Kathleen Lights. I immediately went and I bought them, and I've been loving them ever since. I'm actually wearing one today. I'm wearing the shade Just Curious 192, which is just my favorite color. This one is just like the prettiest peach color. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, these are dupes, like formula wise, for the Anastasia blush trios. Like, oh my gosh, Anastasia is probably my favorite when it comes to high-end blushes, just because the way that they apply on the skin is seamless. Like, they literally just look so natural and airbrush. And when I was putting these on, I was like, oh my god, these remind me so much of Anastasia blushes, and the wearability is like super on point. They last all day. Like, the moment you put them on to the end of the day when you're taking off your makeup, you can still see that flush of color, which I'm obsessed with. So this one is a peachy color, and then I have another one in the shade Charming, which is more of like a bronzy, sort of like mauve tone color. Really, really pretty as well. So I love both of them. Sometimes I use one or the other times I will mix the two, and the formula is like a satiny sort of formula. Doesn't have like any shimmer or anything in it, but oh my gosh, they're just so pretty. So 10 out of 10 recommend these. I think you definitely need these in your life if you are like a blush lover like myself. You'll love these. Then I have a palette that I am like so obsessed with. I think you guys need this. I think if you're gonna get maybe one thing out of everything that I'm talking about, this is the Catrice California in a Box Bronzer and Blush Palette. I actually like everything in here, but sometimes I will just mostly use the highlighter because that's like my favorite thing in the palette. And there's another motorcycle. So I've tried everything in here. The bronzers are nice. They are a little bit more red tone. They're not muddy or anything, but I personally like them if I have a little bit more color on myself. The blushes are pretty. I do really like the blushes, but the highlighter is my favorite. It's actually what I'm wearing today, and also in the inner corner of my eyes, my brow bone, and this highlight is just everything. It reminds me of something high-end, and this palette's only 15 bucks, which I think is a steal just for everything that you get. But I love the formula of this highlighter. It's not chunky, it's not glittery, it's really smooth and creamy and buttery, and you can build it up, or you can just do something really subtle and keep it like for every day if you don't like a lot of highlights. So I just really love it, and this color is perfect. It's like a champagne sort of color. You can find Catrice at Ulta or online, and it's such a great affordable brand. Had to shout out this liquid liner. Honestly, within the past couple of years, I've been kind of like leaning away from liquid liner. It's just not my favorite thing to do anymore. I prefer just a traditional eyeshadow look with just really pretty lashes, and winged liner isn't my favorite thing to do like it used to be. But whenever I do it, I've been loving this Voluminous Lash Paradise liquid liner from L'Oreal. It's just so black, and the formula is so easy to work with. I really like the brush. I also like how black it is and how it dries. It's if you need a good liquid liner, it's just really good. I mean, it's very self-explanatory, nothing much to this. It's a basic product, but if you love to do liquid liner, I think you would really like this. All right, I have some lip products, and then we're gonna be done with the makeup. I told you guys, I really didn't have a lot of stuff. So for lip liners, I don't know if I talked about these already. Like, I'm sure I've talked about them in tutorials, but I feel like I've mentioned them in favorites videos already, but I'm gonna mention them again because I love them so much. These are the LA Girl Perfect Precision lip liners. If you don't have these, like, run and get them because they're only $4 and they're perfect. I mean, you guys know I love my NYX Slide On Glide On lip pencils. I love a lot of drugstore lip pencils, but these are only $4, and the reason why these are so important to me and they're amazing is because they're wooden lip pencils, and normally, honestly, I hate wooden lip pencils because I feel like, at least the ones that I've tried, the formula is dry, it just doesn't glide on the lips, it's just not good. I end up honestly throwing a lot of wooden lip pencils out, but these are the complete opposite. I don't know what it is. So of course the ones I have are all nudes, but they do have other colors as well. So I have the shade Bare, Sugar and Spice, and Flesh. I'm actually wearing the shade Bare underneath of my other lip colors right now. They're creamy, but they're not super creamy to the point where when you apply them, they're gonna break everywhere. So it's a really good formula. They're like creamy but stiff at the same time, like stiff enough to the point where you have control when you line your lips. You could also fill your lips in with this and go over top with a gloss, and they're really pretty. So yeah, get these. Get these right now. I also have been loving these two liquid lipsticks. I'm actually wearing both of them today, and I have them mixed, and it's pretty much for the most part what I've been wearing like nonstop. These and a couple others, but I always go back to these because the formula of the Smashbox liquid lipsticks are really, really good. They kind of remind me of Ofra in a way. It's definitely one of my top favorite brands for liquid lipsticks. So I have the one in the shade Gata Light, which it's funny because when I'm super pale, this color looks really dark on me, but like right now it's like a perfect nude. I love it. And then the other shade is Fair Game, which is definitely more on the pale side. Like if I'm super, super tan, I can't wear the shade Fair Game, but I do like to mix it if I want to like tone down another nude and make it a little bit lighter. But both of these together are perfection, and I know that they look very similar, but I'm telling you, they're different. I also love the applicator because if you don't use lip liner, you don't really need to, honestly, with these. Like you can just fill in your lips perfectly with the applicator that it has because it's kind of pointed, so it's like perfect for like the Cupid's bow and the bottom lip and everything. So I just love these, and yeah. And then this lip gloss. I'm wearing this lip gloss again today. I discovered this in my collection, I want to say like a few weeks back. This is the ColourPop Ultra Glossy lip, and this is the Kathleen Lights collaboration that she did. This one is in Moonchild, and it's weird because I have another lip gloss from them. I think it's called Fairy Floss, which is perfect. It's so pretty. And these are really, really creamy. They're not sticky. They just make your lips look like wet and juicy, and this color looks good with like anything. So like that's why I love it, because I've worn this with these liquid lipsticks and also just with lip liners, and it's so pretty. Like I love it so much. So if you guys haven't tried ColourPop lip glosses, you definitely need to. The formula kind of reminds me of the Wet n Wild Color Icon glosses, but this color though, I think the color is what's just getting me because it's like amazing, and it's like delicious. Like I just want to eat it. So just to end the makeup products, I have two brushes to talk about, which I've talked about them in makeup tutorials for sure, but they're so good. So these are both from Equate, which is a brand at Walmart. So this one is the flat top kabuki brush. This is really, really good for packing on powder or cleaning up your contour underneath, like right here, or wiping away the bakage, which is normally what I use it for. And I'm just obsessed with it. This is just a great powder brush. This is like $4, maybe $5 max, not even. And I just really love it. I've had no shedding with it. I've washed this like several times, and it's just an amazing kabuki brush. It's weird because these brushes are where the nail polish section is at a lot of Walmarts, which I don't know why they have like makeup brushes near there, but if you can't find them, look in the nail polish section and you will see them. They also even have a beauty sponge that I actually really like, and I forgot to talk about it in my favorite beauty sponges video, but that sponge is really good, and it's like $3 or $4. And then the other brush is the multi-purpose brush, and that's exactly what it is, because you can use this for like anything. You can use this for powder, you can use this to touch up, for bronzer, for anything. So I used it today for bronzer, and that's what I've been using it for mostly. They actually don't feel as cheap as they are. Like they're super affordable, but the quality of them is like really, really on point. Kind of reminds me of like BH Cosmetics or something, so love it. So now we can move into some random faves. So first, let's just talk about jewelry. I've been wearing a lot of gold dainty necklaces and a lot of like hoops and stuff, and I love how old trends are kind of coming back, because I used to wear gold all the time when I was younger, and then I got into silver, and then I never wanted to hear about gold again, but now I'm like loving it again. So I get all of my gold dainty necklaces and hoops from Forever 21. For the most part. Sometimes I'll get stuff from like Walmart or Target or even Charlotte Russe, but 90% of my jewelry, and I always get asked questions about it, it's just from Forever 21. It doesn't last a long time, obviously, because it's not real gold, and the stuff is super cheap. Like this one is $4.90. But I get a couple uses out of it, and then I end up just tossing it. It's not a big deal. But for what it's worth, I like it. I really am not big on spending a lot of money on jewelry. I just prefer to just spend it at Forever 21 because I know that I'm gonna get sick of it. You know what I mean? Like, use it, toss it, forget it type of thing. But yeah, Forever 21 is where it's at, and I recommend them if you're looking for some good jewelry or hoops. They have the cutest soups ever. Let's talk about apps. So I'm gonna go on my phone right now. So I have 2 apps that I've been loving. This video is not sponsored, by the way. The first app is called Retailmenot. I don't know if you guys have ever used it. I've been actually meaning to talk to you guys about this app for like months now, and I always forget every time I do these videos. But Retailmenot is basically just like a coupon app. That's like the best way for me to describe it. You go online, and it is free. Yeah, it's free. You can download it, Android, iOS, whatever. So you go online, you download it, and they basically will give you coupons, like virtual coupons for stores. So this is what the app looks like the home screen. Like there's all different stores that you can look up and they have coupons for. Let's do Ulta. I was at Bath & Body Works like a month or so ago when they had their semi-annual sale, and I had forgot my coupons at home, and I was like, damn it, let me look at Retailmenot, and I ended up getting like, I think it was 20% off or something, and it worked. They can just scan your phone and the coupon's there. So there's actually 20% off at Ulta right now. The coupon expires on September 1st, and that is what the coupon looks like. So yeah, download the app to save a life, because that's amazing. I'm probably maybe gonna get some stuff because you can't really beat that. And it's just, if you're forgetful like myself and you come to the register and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot my coupons, you can just pull up the app, look up the store, and they can scan your phone, and then it's really easy. So there's a ton of stores on here. Like I've done Ulta, I've done Bed Bath & Beyond, Victoria's Secret. Like you just have to search them up, and most likely the stores will pop up. I think I'm even just looking right now, and there's also in-store cashback in here, which normally I use Ebates for cashback. I've never used cashback on this. I literally just use this for coupons, but that's really cool. I literally just saw that. So yeah, check it out, download it. Let me know if you guys use it. I love that app. And then another app is Poshmark. Now, I did do a sponsored video with Poshmark on my vlog channel, but I genuinely love the app that I wanted to shout it out because I've been like having so much fun like selling pieces. But I was like joking with Hector, and I'm like, I feel like I have my own little boutique or something. Like I'm mailing stuff out, and it's just a lot of fun. I don't know. I just love doing this stuff. I've never really sold things online or like through my phone or anything besides Facebook Marketplace, like on the yard sale sites and stuff like that. I've sold stuff. But as far as clothes, I think Poshmark is like the best place because you can actually get like decent money for it. Like I don't sell my stuff for super expensive just because my clothes aren't super expensive or anything, but it's just fun. I don't know. It's basically just a marketplace where you can buy and sell clothes, shoes, accessories, jewelry, you know, all that fun stuff. So I really like it. My closet is JuicyJas with 4 Ys. I actually need to take more photos and add more stuff because a lot of my stuff is sold already, which I was really surprised. Like when I got my first order, I was like, oh my god, like I was just like shocked. It's not only a good way for you guys to like declutter your clothes and stuff and like get rid of stuff, but you can make money doing it, and it's fun, it's easy, you don't have to pay anything. Like you literally just pay for like little supplies. Like I bought thank you cards and like tissue paper, like basic stuff like that, and like tape, and I ordered boxes online like through USPS, which were free. And yeah, when somebody makes an order, you get the label, you just print it out, you don't even have to pay to ship anything out. So it's really easy, and I mean, it's like, why not use it? You know what I mean? You get to get rid of stuff and then make money as well. So it's like a win-win. So check that app out for sure. And last but not least, I've been loving Power. Now, I talked about this so much on my vlog channel because Hector and I started watching this, I think like a month ago. We binge watched everything in like 2 weeks. It was amazing. It's such a good show. Like, I don't know if I could rewatch it though, just because like I already know everything that's gonna happen. Maybe I will, just to like ease my mind, because I'm still waiting on the last 2 episodes of the season, and then I have to wait like a year, I think, for the next season because there's 5 seasons out right now. It's a crime thriller, and I don't want to give anything away, but it's just really good. Like every episode is good. There wasn't one episode that's kind of like boring or dry. Like some shows that I watch, I love them, but there's episodes that are like it's pretty boring, not much going on. But in Power, there's always something going on. There's always a plot twist. It's just really good. And for me to say that a show is good is a lot. There's only a handful of shows that I really like, that I can genuinely watch and that I enjoy. I can count them with my fingers. I really don't love a lot of shows. It takes a lot for me to love a show, so just watch it. And normally I really don't even like crime stuff like that, but for some reason I just love it, and it was per your recommendation. So I started watching Power on Hulu, but they only have 3 seasons on there, so then I have Amazon Prime, so I just watch it on my Amazon Prime, and it's just so good. I wish there was more episodes. There's only like 10 episodes per season, but they're an hour long, so yeah, that is it for this favorites video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave me your favorites down below, whether it's beauty, non-beauty related, random, movies, whatever it is, leave it down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for everything. Please subscribe to my channel before you leave. It'll be the first link down below, and I will see you guys in a few days in my next one.